happens with the next bill that comes in?
You do the same thing.
All right, I'm gonna have to endorse it again, endorse it again, endorse it again. All right, instead of just asking for the full amount, letting them know, hey, can you give me a contract of how much it was before I even signed? And let me say that 2 more times. Can you give me a contract or a payoff sheet, all right, reflecting the day before I sign? That means that's the price of the asset before you made any payments, right? Now, why am I endorsing that amount instead of the current outstanding balance?
It might be a refund.
Exactly. It might be a refund. All right. Let's say my car is $100,000 and I done paid $50,000. Somebody, you know, that doesn't understand they can claim the full. They would say, okay, I'm gonna do an endorsement for $50,000. Right? So that means they've only used $50,000 of their secured interest. How much were they able to use though? $100,000. Okay? So even if you're on your last month of your car note, even if you're on your last month, I don't want to give no advertisement. All right? If you're on your last payment with your mortgage, last payment with your car note, okay, I'm still going to do the full amount of the account. All right? Right before I sign, that's the amount that you want to look for. All right? Raise your hand if you don't know what I mean by that. All right? We want everybody clear before we move forward. Appreciate y'all. Let me know, y'all. All right? You don't got to act like you know it if you don't. Trust me, that doesn't get us nowhere. Okay? So this is what we're going to do. All right? With your contract that you have right now, go ahead and write down, I need to find the full amount. Okay? That's with all your accounts. I need to find the full amount. Right? Phone bill, light bill. Some of y'all say, well, how do I project the light payment? You know, it's based off usage. All right? Did you know you can basically prorate the usage rate? Did y'all know that? Right? You get the bill, right? And you literally look at, you can do the last 6 months. All right? See what your usage was each and every month. You're going to find the average, and you're going to write a bill of exchange for 12 months. All right? I'm saying it again. All right? Y'all see how we can create? We don't know what we can create. We got, oh, how am I going to do that? You create it. Okay? Again, and I can show the, I can show the proof to the court. Right? I'm saying it again. All right? I can show the proof to the court, all right, that I'm able to utilize this because I just prorated my usage rate. Right? I don't gotta wait for them to tell me that, y'all. All right? Yeah, they're the account managers, but we're the account owners, right? So we need to know something. All right? So when we come forward, again, if our usage rate is at a certain amount for the last 6 months, all right, I'm gonna get those 6 months, all right? I'll find the average from those 6 months, all right? And then I'm gonna do a prorated amount for 12 months. Why am I doing 12 months? All right, because I want to knock out the year. I want to knock out the year. All right, if I'm on the month of November, am I still going to do 12 months? Yes. All right, now there goes the next one. It's because I'm about to get all the money back that I've spent in that current year. You see what I'm saying? Even if I'm on the last month, I still want to prorate it for 12 months. Okay.
Keep it into the system of doing it the ones like for the every 12 months. Is there a certain time that you want it to be set up to doing it, or?
Not just like any type of endorsement. Let's say I endorse for the month. I can endorse for this amount, or I can endorse for the full amount. All right. One thing that the Federal Reserve talks about is we're able to use the full. We're not supposed to be getting partial. All right. Because remember we talked about yesterday, the application goes to the Federal Reserve. And then the Federal Reserve gives the full exchange to the financial institution. The financial institution is then supposed to go to the consumer and give them full credit. But does that always happen? No. They either get denied or they get partially approved. So it's the same aspect. I can do it now, I can do it later. Just like the guy said he had an account from 9 years ago that's closed. All right? Ask yourself, where did the security interest go? Because it just doesn't go away. You see what I'm saying? It's in an escrow account. And the only way to get access to the escrow account is showing your authorization and making your claim. All right? Now, if you make a claim for that unclaimed secured credit, or let's say what it is. If you make a claim for that unclaimed secured interest, okay, and you show why you have authorization, and what is the documentation that shows we have authorization? Who remember yesterday?
Power of authority.
Affidavit of truth.
Oh, affidavit.
Okay, it shows us our authorization to say, hey, I'm here on behalf of, here to claim the security interest that wasn't claimed. All right, you think they're gonna say, oh, sir, no, it's too late? Because if they do, then we're gonna say, okay, where happened to it? Where did it go? All right, and that's why I say you can do a UCC1 on that account, because if you haven't claimed it rightfully so, she over there shaking her head like, hey, she gonna be next level. All right, but yeah, when you see, when you claim the full secure interest, all right, it doesn't matter if you do it now, later, you just got to do it, because if you don't do it, it's gonna look like you abandoned it, so they can then take quote unquote priority rights over it. All right, did y'all know there was something called superior rights? All right, with the UCCs, when somebody files a UCC1, they're showing that they have priority rights. All right, but what happens when a bank files a UCC1 on your asset, but you turn around and perform? You have to then exercise your superior rights. All right, now that's not going to be posted in your court complaint. That's just something for your mental need to know. All right, if they file priority, I need to tap into my mental superior rights, do a UCC3, terminate their UCC1, and what do I need to file then? A UCC1, because it needs to replace theirs, because theirs was phony, theirs was bogus. Okay, so to show my perfected claim to the interest, I need to do a UCC1 with my business entity as the secured party. You gotta do a switch. So hopefully that answers your question. All right, any more?
So if you have electric power bill, so would you go to a UCC1 as we know?
You'll do a, you're in Florida. You're Florida Power. Like, ooh, I had to go against them too. All right, so yeah, so what you have to do is the account number. You're going to do a UCC1 on the account number. Yep, you can go back 40 years as long as you have the records. I know it's a lot of records, but it's just, we want to say, hey, can you give us all the statements we've had up to this point? All right, so kind of work what they give you first. See how much they give you first. Don't try to hassle it too much. Then when they give you that, then say, okay, but we've been here for 40 years. How do we get all that? I need to do a mass claim. There's a trust. You can just make up anything. You say, we're transferring all this to a trust and we need all these records. Now they say, well, you need to get in touch with a certain department. Then from there, you just kind of follow where they lead you and just kind of get the data as it goes. But then when you collect where you feel sufficient enough, you're going to make a claim. Because now when they say, no, this is not true, Your Honor, you're going to literally have proof. I've came out of pocket for these months, Your Honor. I've also did a prepayment of the secured interest that I should have done when I first came into this account, but I didn't. All right, but that doesn't neglect the fact that I have rights to it. All right, I don't permanently lose it. Now you lose it for temporarily until you wake up and redress yourself. Exactly, until you say, hey, hold on, I am here. Let me go ahead and use that. It's me. My bad, y'all. All right, that's how I kind of tell myself so I can make it easy for me to understand. So I don't look at it like they're against me. All right, I have to do my job of saying, okay, it is I that is here. I'm here on behalf of this. Here's my authority. And I'm here to claim the security interest that was supposed to be claimed, but wasn't. Now when they say no, which they will, all right, now we have a case. All right, it's almost like being detectives. All right, we got to plant the evidence, let them bite. All right, now, gotcha. All right, now we build on that. All right, so just to kind of go into a little bit of yesterday that we was talking about, what does wave one, what is the wave one, what is the title of wave
The offer.
Offer. Okay, that's the first, we got to give them an offer. Now, if you don't decline my offer with laws, meaning, let's say you sent me a bill of exchange and I'm the company and I just say, hey, we don't do this, this is not our policy. All right, is that lawfully backed? No. Now, if they come back and say, we can't accept this because under the Florida Code 653, this is not payment. Does that sound like it's lawfully backed? A little bit, don't it? But they use laws. Now, if you don't say nothing back to that, guess what just happened? Something they just made up gonna go through. All right, so you have to object. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not as hard as we think it is. All right, the whole thing is really mental. All right, but when we focus on the offer that we gave, all All right, that offer was basically to prepay the obligation. If they don't allow us to do that, how do we pay? You gotta ask yourself that. But again, you don't go up there and say there is no money. Right? You don't go up there and say that. You say that there is money. There's a secure interest. There's value there. I gave value, so I know that there's value. All right? So when you go up there and say there's no value, guess what you just told them? You didn't give it. All right? So what do they owe you if you didn't give anything? All right? You got to think about that. Okay? Go ahead.
If I fund my trust with a UCC1 over my principal name, right? Do I still have to, like my car, do I still have to do the title and transfer the title over to the trust?
You got to do performance because they going to act like you didn't do all that. I know you did it. All right? Yeah, the private side know you did that.
Okay.
But the public side needs to see it. All right? Because that's the only thing they respect. These corporations do not respect the private at all. Have y'all noticed? They do not respect the private side. They'll say no in a heartbeat. Or they'll ignore you. What do they respect? Well put together case.
Got it. So I do have to transfer with the title. So
you still got to transfer everything to your trust, but then from there, if they still hit you with a bill and say, "Hey, this account is in default," and then you come as the trust and say, "Okay, well the trust is coming forth to claim the balance, transfer the balance for use, and it will be utilizing the security interest to basically make that performance." All right, but so when you say that, now that puts the trust. It shows that the trust gave instructions. It shows that the trust has did its obligation, right? Now it transfers it to the corporation. Now what does the corporation have to do? Follow the instructions out. All right, so what happens when they don't follow the instructions out? That's what we call breach. That's what a breach is, y'all. All right, if me and you come into business together and you agree to be my financial manager, okay? And then I come and give you instructions on how to manage my finances, and then you don't carry it out. Can't that be harmful to me? How can I pay my rent? How can I pay my car? All right, how can I keep my accounts in good standing if the financial managers are not carrying out their direction or their duties? You can't. You gotta look at it like somebody just smacked you in your face. Okay? You gotta take it as offense. Like, what? You're not gonna let me use my own benefits? Okay, that's why I say a lot of us don't know how powerful the application is. All right, the application seems just to be a piece of paper to us. Now, knowing you're putting down the key to your estate. Your key is your social or EIN. Okay, hopefully that answers your question.
Yes, thank you.
Did I cover that again? What was it I need to say again? I remember you saying say it again. I didn't know if I had.
You got it.
Okay.
You got it. Good. Let me tell you my situation. So back in last year, September, I bought a 2024 Suburban, Chevy Suburban. A couple months later, I started doing a process. This is before I came out here. I started doing a process, did wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 with certificated security to the CFO. And, you know, the executive team was reaching out to me. And, you know, I gave him my last notice to litigate. And then that's when I came on to your information. I thought it was a little bit more cleaner. So I kind of ceased that. Now I have an existing contract order with you, which I'm waiting on. When that arrives, when I start doing that, how does that kind of fall into place with what?
I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, the fact that you've already did certain things, you got all the way to your final. You said you got to your notice of final. Now let me ask you a question: did you ever send a claim to security interest? Any? No. I would send. Well, we already doing it for you. But next time, all right, you did good, but you just got to add like key documents in there at some point, like the claim to security interest, because that's showing you that you're claiming the security interest. All right, because if you don't ever claim it, how can you use it? So it's like steps to everything. It's like sometimes we just like to say, I want to use it. All right, but did you claim it first? Like, what you mean did I claim it first? You got to claim it right, meaning through affidavit, showing them that, hey, I tried to make an effort at claiming it and they still rejected it. Because if you reject my claim, how can I utilize my claim? I can't, right? So meaning I'm gonna use that rejection against them. So
was that the wave 1 that you're talking about? Certificated security gave him double what it was.
Yeah, don't ever do that though. Yeah, don't do that though. I've seen people doing that. Not me personally. Now somebody else probably knows something different. I never understood that. Like, why would I give them double when my application is worth whatever it is I apply for? And that's in the federal, that's in, what is it? Federal Reserve Section 16. All right, you see how I can go to an act? Now, if I can't go to the act where it says you need to give them double so they can pay, that's all hearsay. Because if I go to court and say, Your Honor, I gave them my birth certificate and I gave them double, the judge gonna say, well, what do you mean you gave them double? Now you gotta kind of break all that down. It is very difficult because it's an unnecessary way to go. Only thing I'm gonna prove is I gave y'all an application. I came forth and claimed the security interest that I gave. All right, here's my UCC1 to perfect my claim, because the UCC1 is on the public side. My affidavit of claim of security interest is on the private side. Y'all see how those are two claims? One on the public side is, again, the UCC1 filing statement, because you can see that publicly. The private is the affidavit of claim to security interest. Now, when I put those together, when I go to court, I can say, Your Honor, I claimed this on a private. I gave them a private notice that I'm claiming this, and I also made a public record of it. All right? That shows that I did my due diligence in court. But go ahead. Yeah, that was good. Okay. Any more before we get started? Any more? Go ahead.
Yeah, can you explain a bit more about purchase
All right,
agreement, and also in the wave one, we can send something related with UCC3.
Yeah, well, okay, with the purchase agreement, let's say I'm buying the house, I'm getting a purchase agreement. So since I'm not filling out an application, I'm sending that purchase agreement with my wave one. So in my wave one is gonna be my tender, my affidavit of truth, my affidavit of claim of security interest, my conditional acceptance, did I say my tender payment? Did I say that? And my bill of exchange. So whatever the total numbers on that purchase agreement, it's gonna be the same number on my bill of exchange. The number that's on my purchase agreement is gonna be the same instructions that are gonna be in my tender of payment, stating that, hey, let's say the house was $2 million. And my tender payment is gonna say I'm coming forth to transfer the full amount of $2 million, which originated from the purchase agreement. All right, so that attaches the purchase agreement to your offer. And now you have something, now you have a contract, because they sent the purchase agreement to you, right? You accepted, you took it, accepted it, and sent it back. That's a contract. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people don't say, well, they didn't sign off. All right, that's their fault. Why didn't they sign off? Because the more questions we ask, now we understand, okay, they didn't sign off because they didn't agree with what the boss wanted. All right, and I don't know whose bosses are, who here are bosses. Imagine your employees telling you, forget what you're talking about, I'm gonna do what I want to do. You see what I'm saying? That's how you gotta look at it. Every single corporation, every single bank account that you have, car account, all right, you are the boss. All right, they are the managers. If you don't believe me, call them today. Call your bank and say, hey, are y'all the managers of my account or the owners of my account? They're gonna say, well, no, sir, we're the managers. And they be like, okay, who's the owner? Well, of course you are, sir. And just hang up. Okay, they say, okay, check, confirmed. They told me I'm the owner. All right, now from an owner standpoint, what are owners able to do? Aren't owners or investors able to pull from their investment? A lot of people don't think about it like that, do they? Okay, meaning you're able to pull from your investment. Every single account that you have, bill that you have, that's an investment that you can utilize. That's not something you're supposed to go to your side and go work and go pay. There is no law that says do that. If y'all ever thought about that, there is no law that says, hey, you need to get income, use income to perform on bills.
So, Mansa, when you were saying about the purchase agreement, if you're going to get that purchase agreement from the real estate agent, right? What do you do when they're asking for your financial statements?
They ask my financial statement. So a lot of times y'all have to be have your negotiation skills up. All right. So meaning when I'm reaching out to a realtor and I'm letting them know, hey, I already have financing. I just need the purchase agreement.
Okay, because I was looking at a place, and when I was looking into the information on it, he was like telling me he needed essentially my bank statement.
Yeah, because he thinks that you needed approval from him. That's why you need to tell him you have outside finance. You can say, hey, I got a bank account with Chase. If you just give me the purchase agreement, I can go to my bank and get the deal done.
That's what I told him, that I was going through my own bank for the funding. So he still wanted paperwork.
I mean, well, okay, if you want to fight it, you can press it. You can say, well, if you don't give me this, you're literally discriminating right now. You can either say that, or you can just go find another home. It's up to you, but we're able to pick our own fights. But it's gonna be a fight anywhere you go. So if you can go there and say, I'm gonna try somebody else, They might do the same thing. Oh, I'm trying somebody else. And then people call me and say, well, you know anybody that's going to do this? No. People literally call me. You know any realtors I can call that knows this? No. You know any dealerships that I can just go? No, I don't, family. All right. Nobody in them dealerships knows any of this information. All right. Everybody that knows this is the attorneys. You think the attorneys is in the dealership? No. You think the attorneys is at the mortgage company? No. All right. Go ahead.
So say if I wanted to buy property out the country, like say for Puerto Rico, would it be better to go at the banking over there or use a banking?
I've never did that before. But if I was to angle that, Puerto Rico is under the jurisdiction of the United States.
Yeah.
All right, so I would see if that bank is under truth in lending.
Okay.
That's the first thing I would find out. I would see if they're under the FDIC. Okay, because when I hear that, boom, it's go time. Now I can build the same case as in Puerto Rico.
Well, that's what I mean. So would it be better just to get the financing, say, from where I'm back home in Chicago, or would it be better to try to attack it out there?
I mean, you can try both. Try where you at first, but still, I mean, you still have to litigate.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, when you get comfortable with that, when you get the results with that, and do it again, and when you get to Puerto Rico.
Okay.
All right. Again, I don't know anyone that's done that. I haven't even done that either. So, yeah, go be a pioneer, man. Go ahead.
FDIC insurance from your bank account. 250, that every bank account is supposed to be insured by FDIC for 250,000.
I mean, I guess I would ask. Cause I remember they used to talk about that a lot. I guess my question was always, why would we want to claim? You know, but that money is for insurance. So why would I need to claim that when I can just go create me a whole new account?
When it's a negative, then I need some insurance. Like,
I mean, but if it goes to negative, I can just say, okay, well, how much do I owe, bank? If they say, well, you need to put $500 down to get your account in positive, I'm doing a $500 bill of exchange. You see what I'm saying? Now I'm litigating on that, even though it sounds like a small amount. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you could even go with, I don't want to say like I'm beginners here, but it's other things you can do as far as creating a tender payment for a higher amount.
have to go after that FDIC.
Yeah, without doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because me personally, I would just keep that there because we don't never have to, I mean, me personally, I don't see where we have to go in there. Again, I don't know everything. But as far as if I need some money to get a house or let's say account is in the negative, I'm gonna go ahead and perform that account. I'm gonna go ahead and find out